Hello, I'm Cheryl Ponchin. Welcome back to the TUG 2020 Beginners LaTeX Workshop. In this lesson, I'm going to show you some graphics. So in order to begin here, we're going to add some use packages. You've already seen the use package graphic X. That is needed for both of these. And then we're also going to add a use package TXE because I'm going to do a TXE picture environment. So I'm going to do two picture environments. So the first picture environment is the LaTeX picture environment. And I'm giving it my units here, 10 by 10. And I'm telling it to put something at 0, 0. And I'm telling it to put a circle there. And 50 is the size circle. If I change that number, it will make my circle larger or smaller. And then I wanted to put a line. So my line is also at 0, 0. So now you know this is actually 0, 0 point. And I'm telling the line what size line I want, and 1, 0 gives you a horizontal line. And I'm telling my line to be 60 lengths, so in length. So if I change this to 80, I will get a longer line. There you go. In the next example, I'm just going to show you how to make this triangle with a line down it. So it's the same principle. I'm giving it put commands, and I'm on my XY axis, and my unit is 10, 10. And so I'm going to start at 2 and 3, and I'm going to draw my line. And I'm telling it to draw the size of 40. And then I'm going to put my next one, a line, and I'm going to say what angle I want my line at, and it's 1, 2, and 24. And then I'm doing another put with another angle and another length, and then my last one. So if you do all of these here with the angles, then you will, now this last one is the line down the center with 0, 0, 1 is a vertical line, where 1, 0 is a horizontal line, and these are my angle lines. And so there you have that picture. So you can just change the angles of your lines and the size of your lines. Here I just wanted to show you that you can put something in a frame box. So I'm telling it to do a frame box, and the first one I'm doing a scale box. That's also part of the graphics package. And you can scale something larger or smaller. So here I wanted you to see that I scaled it larger. And here it's the scale box. I had it at the same large part, but then I squished it down 1.5. You can see it's a little bit smaller. So that's a little bit of scaling, which is very helpful when you have to even scale down pictures. So now I'm going to show you some TXE pictures. This first one is just a line with 2 solid circles at the ends. So I'm drawing my line. I'm starting at 0, 0, and I'm going to 5, 0. So I'm just drawing a horizontal line. And those 2 dashes in the middle is saying join this coordinate and this coordinate, and make my line. And then I did a fill draw. Fill draw will make it solid. And I'm telling it to start at 0, 0, and I want a circle. And this next right here, the 4 points is the size circle that I have. And I'm doing another one, and you noticed I went to 5. So I'm starting at 5, 0, because I want it to be at the end here. And I made this a little higher point size so you could see the difference. And now I'm just going to draw a circle with lines through it. So here I'm doing a draw, and these are the lines first, actually. And I'm telling it the coordinates here, and then I'm putting the double dash in between, so it's going to draw it from one point to the next point and actually draw my solid line. And so I'm drawing it this way and this way. And then I'm going to put a circle. So I'm telling it where to start with my circle, and I'm telling it what size I want my circle. So if I change this, my circle will get larger or smaller. There's another way to draw like an angle. So you tell it start your coordinates. So I'm going to 0, 0. And then I'm going to 4, 0. And then I want 0, 4. So I'm going like this, but I'm doing cycle because I want it to be a very smooth line all the way around. So it's going from this point to this point to this point to this point. And I didn't have to do the last, this is 1, 2, 3 points. And now the next one is also a sort of the same thing, but I did a square box. So I gave all my coordinates with the dashes in between, and it will create my square box. I also wanted to show you it's very good to add mathematics into your pictures. One way to do it is a node at, tell it where you want the node, and in the set of braces what you want there. And so I just did 2 X's here. There's also ways to label, you could label each line. So it's a very, very powerful tool. So the next thing I wanted to show you is, like we did in the overview, include graphics. So in include graphics here, I'm telling it to scale at 0.75. And so the include, you don't have to have this here, and you can use \scale box like I used in previous example, but you can also just scale it right here within brackets, because in brackets is an argument like we've done before with our arguments. They're in square brackets, and I'm asking it to put in the TUG logo.png file that I have. I also wanted to show you something different here that doesn't really have to do with graphics, but if you notice I have begin figure, end figure. You can use the same figure environment, but change the name. So I did a renew command of the and figure name and made it example. So you see it says example. So if you could use this to say diagram instead of example, but you want to stay in your same figure type environment. That's just another way to do it. I hope you've enjoyed our lesson on graphics. Thank you.